as we take you into the world of twisted metal, bent iron, and bone-jarring automotive mayhem. This is the Tournament of Destruction.
Hi everybody, I'm Dan Hampton, and you're about to see the heart-pounding $100,000 Tournament of Destruction, an event so powerful you'll grab your emotions right from the very start, I can guarantee it. Now, you're about to see the world's original Team Demolition Derby. This is the most exciting smash-em-up, adrenaline-pumping half-hour you've ever witnessed. This show is the first of 4 explosive episodes leading to the National Team Demolition Derby Championship and a $100,000 payout. Now, joining me is a big dude. You've probably seen him on TV before. He's the man who personifies heavy hitting, boxing's WAA Super Heavyweight Champion of the World, ButterBean. Hold up that big belt, Dino.
Well, you know what? It's all about pain and suffering, Dan. A lot of pain and suffering went into getting this.
And a lot of people probably don't know about the fact that ButterBean is the only fighter in boxing history to have ever knocked out 2 people in the same fight, one of them being the referee.
You know, I felt real bad about that, but not nowhere near as bad as the referee did. You know what? This belt's really impressive, but nowhere near as impressive as that Super Bowl ring you won with the Bears in 1985.
Well, I'll tell you what, we were in our own little bit of destruction back then. But now, let's get down to the business at hand. Like me, I know you've seen these awesome demolition derbies in action already.
Yeah, I have. I've been hooked on them ever since I was a kid. I would have told you little kid, but I ain't never been little. I love busted glass, bent chrome, and a little bit of blood. Hey, unlike some other sports, there's faking. There's no faking it here. This is for real. So let me tell you what, fasten your seatbelts and get ready for the wildest ride on television. You know what this is, Dan?
What?
This is roller derby with automobiles. Nowhere else in the world will you see this style of mass destruction. Now let me tell y'all, this is not for wimps.
Well, from here in our hot new Tournament of Destruction studios, we're going to take you out to the impressive Route 66 Raceway in Joliet, Illinois. Now that's located just a couple of laps south of Chicago, where you'll see the first of 4 pulverizing National Championship Team Demolition Derby events.
Just to show you how incredible this event is, there's already a record crowd with standing room only out at Route 66 Raceway. The track is all a part of one of the world's greatest motorsports showplaces in the world today.
Route 66 Raceway shares 600 acres with an awesome state-of-the-art theater-style drag strip, featuring 2 ground-pounding NHRA national events each year. It's the fastest quarter mile in the world. The real showcase piece is the 1.5-mile Chicagoland Speedway, which hosts the stars of the NASCAR Winston Cup Series.
Now, Dano, let's take a look at the battalions of Bash and Crash.
The first team is the Mean Green Machine, the former national champions with 4 of the hardest hitting drivers who can take the punishment as well as dish it out.
Newcomers include Team Extreme, a group of hard-charging dudes looking for their first big win. Hey, they can hurt you, but they need a little more experience.
Known as the Quicksilver Destruction Company, here's a team that can create serious mayhem on the track. They just haven't won big. Maybe this is their year.
Here's a team that can raise some havoc. In fact, that's what they're known as. They're in their 2nd season, and hopefully this year, they can crank it up a notch.
Now, that's the first 4 of the 8 teams. Now, before we show you the rest of the hard-charging field, let's blast out to Route 66 Raceway and veteran announcer Jan Gabriel and see what's happening. Jan?
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the hottest spot in America, the Team Demolition Derby National Championships. Now, we are under 2 very nasty conditions, heavy rains and hot tempers. Now, before I give you the recap of what's happened so far tonight, let's take a look and see just exactly what makes for a good demolition derby car. Now, because they're big and heavy, Fords and Mercurys from 1969 to 78 are good candidates, as are 63 to 78 Chryslers, along with some 72 to 1976 Chevrolets. And of course, not to mention the always popular station wagon. These are all bigger cars for bigger impacts. Now, here's the recap. And remember, the first team to complete 5 laps is declared the winner of that round. But you have to win 3 rounds to be the winner of the night's event. Under a heavy downburst, the first two teams to go at it were the Quicksilver Destruction Company, who got off to an early lead over the Mean Green Machine. After a couple of good bonsai blocks, both of which were head-ons, it would be the Quicksilver Destruction Company that would feel the pain, and the Mean Green Machine's car number 11 would go on to take the win, with big 6'6" Joe Snow behind the wheel. In the next preliminary, the rain left the track deep in mud. However, the defending national champions, the Locomotives, and the wicked All Black Cars made scrap metal out of Team Stranglehold. But with less than 100 feet from the finish line, Bill Fireball Letter, the leader for the Locomotives, got hammered into the wall. As the crowd went absolutely crazy, old Fireball finally peeled himself off the wall and headed for the finish line, with Wayne Noble of Stranglehold all over him. Noble pushed him, then shoved, trying every which way to stop the leader. But it just wasn't going to happen, as Fireball finally broke loose and the Locomotives would move on to the semi-round, which you'll see just a little bit later on. Now, the third race proved to be a mixed bag, as Havoc and the Blue Cars and the Orange Crush kept all their automobiles running throughout most of the event, until it turned into a bitter head-to-head head-banger, with one big hit after another. Then Havoc was able to double Team Orange Crush, pushing him back, way back, wiping him out. With this win, Havoc blasted their way into the semifinal. Now here's the last of the preliminary races, and it was more of a tag team match between the Hippo Hot Cars of Damage Inc. and the Purple Machines of Team Extreme. These two warring factions played bumper cars until it finally got serious enough that all four Team Extreme cars were eventually trashed with headshots like this one. Ouch! The banana yellow cars of Damage Inc. would win the round and move forward. Now let's take a look at the Mean Green Machine and the Blue Team Havoc in this, the first of two semi-rounds. Keep your eyes on the green number 11, the car of Big Joe Snow. He is considered the best lead car in demos. Here he drifts up and falls back, then powers off the turn, right back up front, and leads the next 3 laps. The fans were loving every minute of it. Then disaster. A car flying across the infield would nail Joe to the inside wall. The damage was big time, and Joe would limp slowly into the tire barrier and grind to a stop. His lead run was over. His teammate Joey Scarsdale would inherit the lead lap and pick it up to win and put the Mean Green Machine in the finals. You've got to be able to kick some real butt to be in this sport.
Well, these guys are not people you'd like to piss off the wrong day. None of them are, in the choir group.
Now you know why they call it Extreme Motorsports. Now, a little earlier in the program, the Tijuana Taxis were soundly defeated in the wild card round and did not make the big show here tonight. We'll be back just a little bit later on with the final semi and the final round to find out just exactly who gets terminated.
Incredible high-energy wrecks, one after the other, and we'll see more pulverizing after we show you the rest of the teams.
Hey, look, I may have a subcompact here, but let's check out the full-size cars.